Jack Nolan with first-year Notre Dame offensive line coach Jeff Quinn, but that's a misnomer. This is your 26th year as a sideline coach or head coach in college football. And every year you have always either coached the offensive line or it's been part of your purview as a head coach. So it's not like you're doing something you haven't done a lot before with great success.
Yeah, well, I appreciate that. I'm excited for this season, and been the offensive line coach here since the spring, and gone through a recruiting cycle, and now through summer, and now this fall camp. I really like where we're at. So those years of experience has served me well. Be able to understand and working with Coach Kelly, and even working with Chip Long over the last year, it brings a tremendous amount of confidence and understanding what we need to do as an offensive line unit to obviously enable us to be a successful offense.
And you were on the staff as an analyst the previous 3 seasons. So was there much of a learning curve or not really?
Oh, there's certainly always a learning curve. When you bring in a new offensive coordinator like Chip a year ago, brings in a new system, new terms, new, ideas and things in terms of structure and schemes. And I, obviously a year ago, I spent a lot of time watching Harry, implement those things that he had to do fundamentally. And he continues, his influence continues to be present in our program. And that's always the case. But I feel good about where we are, and certainly those 3 years helped me learn more about Notre Dame and really how special this place is, and what these young men choose to, why they choose to come to Notre Dame and to be challenged in more than just football, but also academically.
And certainly you're inheriting a tradition of excellence. When the NFL season begins, it's going to be 6 former Notre Dame offensive linemen starting in the NFL, 4 recent graduates, and 2 who were drafted in the top 10 last year. That's a lot to replace. So tell me why this group is ready to do that and maintain the standard of excellence they've been setting.
Well, just like those guys when they were young players, when Mike McGlinchey first came here and Quentin Nelson, they saw, Zach and Nick Martin and Ronnie and the traditions that those guys established here, and even previous with Aaron Taylor. I mean, there is a strong sense of, importance to what we do every day, and those guys know how important it is to carry that tradition on. And what I see in that aspect is their effort and their determination and their mindset and their focus every day is delivering their very best. And now we get a chance to put it all together, getting ready for Michigan, and that's going to be a tremendous challenge for us.
What kind of progress do you want to see between now and that big first night of action?
Well, I want to see that consistency, where every single call and every single player executes their assignment, and not only, who to block, but how to block them, and then sustain that effort for, the duration of the play. We talk about competing to the echo to whistle, and to be able to do that sustained effort over the course of 4 quarters and 60 minutes. That's what I want to see, and that's what I continue to emphasize with our offensive line.
And certainly with an offensive line, the culture is important. And obviously, Harry Hiestand did a great job. You worked with him. It does not seem like the culture has changed at all.
Well, I appreciate that, and I think that's just, Harry and I have the same mentality. We want the same things. We're fundamentally sound teachers, when it comes to coaching the offensive line, and certainly that's what we take a great deal of pride in, is being great teachers, to be encouraging, to motivate our student athletes and challenge them to competitive greatness, and to be able to do that and carry on that legacy and carry on that tradition is something that I just feel so blessed and I respect, and I think our players are picking up on that each and every single day.
And another key, I think, to most good offensive lines, and this one in particular, is they take ownership. They have their own culture. They enforce their own culture. Harry let them do that, and you're letting them do that as well, and they seem to be continuing to do it.
Absolutely. Coach Kelly, it starts with Coach, the 5 traits of excellence. That's what that's all about. And you demonstrate that every day when you walk into this building, and we do it at all times. And that's never going to change. And, when our time is gone from here, the next group's going to have to continue to do that. That's what represents Notre Dame and Notre Dame offensive line play.
Jeff, thank you for the time.
Thank you, Jack.
With Notre Dame offensive line coach Jeff Quinn, I'm Jack Nolan, Fighting Irish Media.